Rafferty Phillips, journalist and budding sommelier. I am of this old breed of journalists. I just report the facts. I don't try to become the story. So as the world goes to shit, I just report that. Churchill prose. I always fancied myself cutting through loquacious conventionalities. A cataclysmic dirge, one to ruffle the feathers, to satiate the dark deluge, the beasts within. A good story. A bold, complex Melbeck. Reliable. Much like a trustworthy friend. Oh, good Lord, that smells like shit. Strolling the markets of Mogadishu, you will find some of the most insatiable teas. I would have to say the global seduction of evil. Blatant disregard for human life. Imbeciles. Non-voters. False narratives of emancipation by totalitarian demagogues who are hell-bent on world destruction and terror. Well, today's foes aren't even quite formidable. They're not even quite reasonable. Formidable foes are only formidable if they have some form to stand on. We've surrendered ourselves. We've surrendered ourselves greatly. World's economies are falling apart. Epically, corruption in society is at an all-time high. We can barely get away from any of it. Through thought control, mind control, taking over the news, the airwaves, all of the monsters that we seem to be promoting today seem to have no regard for any form of intellect whatsoever. Mother resides in my flat. I reside with Mother. Does this arrangement impact normal interactions in mature discourse? No. Besides being a part-time wine enthusiast, I also have quite the collection of movie memorabilia. This here is one of my favourite items, which is a Princess Leia Star Wars collectible. Now, I fancy her because she has her weapon of choice, which is this small but stealthy revolver, which shoots some form of a laser, not bullets. And then she has this hood to go over her lovely white gown. And I can see that Princess Leia is wearing virtually no underwear. Chin up, girl. Things are going to be looking much more splendid. Well, they rather didn't turn out too splendid for Miss Fisher, who played the original role of Princess Leia. But, she's looking down on us. Very envious, too. I talk to her often. I must say, Carrie Fisher, what a woman she was, huh? Especially in her prime, in her youth. I often think to myself, if I could find such a dame in my life, that we would be quite the match. But until then, this is what perhaps living with Mother has driven me to. Collecting all this rubbish. Well, I would say that we have a world that has gone simply batshit crazy. It's like going to zoo. You see a bunch of primates, and they aren't interested much in the people that are gawking at them, so they just pick up shit and they throw it at them, their own feces. It's sometimes a liberating moment to see these things happen, but this is the way of the world. I just report the news.